Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
back on my ways.
She was like,
See you in days. What's
she
up?
was like telling me
About that
that,
paper, trying to get paid.
everything
What I
she was
made,
telling me was like kind of crazy,
no
bro.
J.
Like,
I never change.
like
Put myself
they
first and
don't
make
want to
other
go
plans.
back and do this
Got me
shit
thinking
again
about this one
because
time.
if they go over the
First thing
15th,
first.
that's a whole nother
Hit 'em
review
with
that has to be
sometimes.
done
End your career with a punchline. The industry told me's the front lines.
because it's a new tax season,
Mind, getting money in my bloodline. Talking on my team.
And I was like,
Keep it a rip. Don't want to
and
talk
she
shit,
was
I just
like,
dip.
when you in legal, you're not supposed to, you're supposed to be past that part,
Going school, I drop down. They try read when
you
I drop
know?
with the top down.
So
Get me on stage, I rock
that's
out on
what
stage.
I'm taking
Top
from it.
down,
Like,
change your
this
focus,
shit's got to
stand
be
up.
done before the
Try me in my
15th.
line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wide out.
It's got to be
In my
done
ride
in
out,
process
shit
before the
on me, ain't no
15th because
crime
they
now.
can't have
Fuck on me,
they
got a
can't
problem.
have this
Everything
shit
you gotta pass me the
going
try
over
now.
again because now it's a whole new set.
Yeah. Booming this like Metro, groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Bend no, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talking about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, I ain't on set my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't getting money, Ben Frank in the friend zone. Got, I ain't never switched up in a family. Be talking to net at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog who she nasty. Said I'm God, she me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. I move to the back like an athlete. Got a little buzz for these zippers on chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet. Independent, many can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy, a crib with a leg
You
and
know
a
your
Benz and a
daughter got
Grammy.
your
I ain't
energy,
never had
man.
me, no plan B,
She's
no
gonna be
me now.
bouncing off the
Time to get
wall
in.
all day.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for
So
football at
I
MetLife
kind of
Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll roll him out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And some room to run now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it, to see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Pacheco once again. Breaks a tackle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 23, here's second and a yard.
Short gain here, down to the 22.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now a toss left for Pacheco. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game, and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And his kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Inside the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Pacheco. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
This 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Sawyer. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sawyer. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Jets at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they could still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting him to shreds.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sawyer. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Jets. Anthony Schwartz, 32 yards. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sawyer. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Well, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Looking to throw. Sawyer. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. For a right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It
certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he is caught. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
Off the play fake. Sawyer. He's got him in. Complete. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Off the option, that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And they'll run again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
They'll try and run the option.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15.
139 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Sawyer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First and 10, Sawyer. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Again, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. To the sideline and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking it up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here.
Certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
The throw over the middle taken in. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
He'll try again. Try to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Sawyer to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
On 4th down, Sawyer. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that.
Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. They go play action. Now Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after the ice is down, there's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Another extra point opportunity here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 143 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff as they run left side. Dances by him, and he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Off play action. Sawyer. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.